Mr. Fabio.
What's up, Burhan?
2020 season. How you doing, my friend?
Here we are. A year, an unexpected year, let's say. Surprising year.
This year, wouldn't even know we were going to do this year, right? Like, how crazy is like that we are here. We're done with week one. And it's just been like a great week. It was a great start. I don't think we had any issues. I don't think we did. At least it wasn't brought to my attention. What about you, Fa?
No, for the most part, I think everything's been good. I think everything was good. Week one was a success, it seems like. We had some really good games. We had some new teams come and kind of learn what the league was about. And I thought it went well. How about you?
Yeah, I thought it went well. I was out there early with you. I thought that the morning games were great, like Cobra versus Savages, Browns versus Prime Time. We'll talk about some of those games. We'll also bring in Adam. He'll be here in a little bit. So that's to get all the three commissioners on the same show at the same time. It's very rare, but we were able to do that. So, I mean, let's just kind of break down the games, man. I mean, the first game of the day was Cobra Kai versus Savages, your team. So you're the perfect person to have on here to talk about that game. Give me a little rundown, man, what you thought about the game and, how it played out. Because from when I was there, you guys were down. I had to leave during halftime, but you guys were down, but then, came back and won 31-20. So, tell me a little bit about the game, what happened, just slow start, what was going on there.
Well, it seems like you leaving definitely helped us, so you might want to do that more often. But no, man, I got to tell you, Yash will admit it. He kind of said he forgot how to play quarterback in the SAFL league, for a couple of series. It's been that kind of a year where people were just kind of getting comfortable again with the fact that we're playing sports and that we're playing football. And, I think it was a little bit of a shell shock for all of us to get back into the swing of it. 9 o'clock in the morning, and the Savages, they came out strong. They came out showing that they were a team that has been in the league before. Hodge, composed, playing quarterback. Other guys.
For a guy who's really injured, honestly, I thought he did pretty good at quarterback.
I agree. I think he did a really nice job. I know that he's doing the best he can with the injury he has, but he's participating and he's doing well. So it was a good game, and they definitely will say that they definitely took the first half. They definitely had us on our heels, and we were scrambling a bit in the beginning, trying to figure things out, taking some mistakes that obviously almost cost us. So but you hit it on the button, man. Second half we came out and we started playing the way we normally do. Yash started kind of like just playing the way we know that he can, making some good passes, making some good catches from our teammates. Bhatti was great. Anthony does his route that it's tough to stop coming out of the backfield. Kyle, our new guy, Kyle, good athlete, really good athlete, helped out a lot. Just have a lot of good guys, and Savages played really well, but we were just lucky enough, and we're just able to stick it out at the end there, man. So that was good.
Yeah, man, it was a good game. Let's talk a little bit about your quarterback, Mr. Yash. He came into the league last year. I felt like, by you guys bringing Yash on, completely changed the dynamic of the team. Obviously, no disrespect to you, but he's a very good quarterback. And I was saying this yesterday that that semifinals game, Cobra Kai versus Browns. I mean, to me, that was probably one of the best games I've ever seen. Shout out to Bhatti for having an amazing game in that game, and it was just just a couple inches here and there, and it goes the other way. But you guys went toe to toe with them, didn't beat them, but this year, I think that you guys are on that road to, like a really successful season.
Yeah, I think that game proved to the league that we are heading in the upward direction for sure. And Yash, I would consider myself, a pretty athletic guy. I was playing a position of quarterback. Yash is a legitimate quarterback. That's what he does, and he probably wouldn't claim to be able to do anything else, but he definitely is a guy that can throw the ball. So, yeah, we definitely showed that we're heading in that direction, and we want to be playing on the turf field this year. Ultimate goal, of course, is to win the whole thing. But there are some teams, some veteran teams that are in our way, that are very, very tough. Prime time. Speaking of prime time, I know. Well, yeah, the Bandits, of course, but but prime time. They've added some players. I watched them. We'll look at that game a little bit later, but they added some real dangerous guys, man. So they're going to be a team that's going to be real tough. And of course, you got the defending champs, AK, and you got the Bandits that played them, got to the championship, upset the Gators. You got the Gators, that would look phenomenal. I just saw the final score. I understand it's against a new team, but that's the kind of team, that's the kind of thing that the Gators can do at any given week. So we have a lot to prove still, but I think we're proving that we're heading in that direction for sure.
Well, you guys definitely have championship caliber players on the team, and it seems like that attitude to take you to that level. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see what happens this year. You guys are 1-0. That's nice. Let's see if you can, keep the train rolling. Let's skip over the primetime game. We'll see if Adam can get in at some point, but then we just move over to the Bandits and the Guardians. 31.
You want to do that one? Yeah, I know. And I know the Browns played. Who did the Browns play?
Primetime. That's what I was saying. Waiting for Adam.
That's right. Yeah. So Guardians and you guys.
So then Bandits, Guardians.
Tell me how that game went, bro.
That game, we came out. I felt like this year more than other years I was much more confident game one this year than other years because I felt like we did some really good recruiting. We kept most of the guys. Shout out to Miguel, D-Raj, Jason, Frank, Rag, all these guys that were there last year to take us in. And then we brought in some new guys, Hasib, who had the game-winning interception. Well, it wasn't the game-winning, it was the game-ending interception. We brought in Manny, who had 2 touchdowns yesterday. We brought in Matt, who's one of D-Raj's buddies. So, he's fire. And then, so those new guys really kind of it seems like they're pushing us to the spot we want to go to. And also Rob Jones, he wasn't there yesterday, but he'll be there throughout the season. So, we have a couple of guys that are will be back probably week 3, week 4. So we're waiting for those guys to come back. But until then, we're going to hold down the fort for these guys and just keep trekking. Guardians, they're a good team, good young team. Break off of the elites.
Okay.
A quarterback, Squirrels as a wide receiver, and then a bunch of other friends from their hometown. So they're a good team. It seemed like maybe they were a little nervous yesterday. That's a possibility. I still think that they have a great future in terms of this season for themselves. So I don't think that we should look at this 31-12 score and think that anything bad about them. So it was a great game. Jason played a good game. He quarterbacked. Miguel had a touchdown. D-Raj had his touchdowns, just making plays all over the field. The guy's so crazy, so fast, so elusive. And then, everyone else filled in their roles, what they're supposed to do. And we took that win. Brought in some other guys that might not have had a chance last year. They were on the roster, but we gave them a chance this year and they proved themselves to me or to us. So, it was fun. We took the W, 1-0. I'm excited to see what this team's got. We got 8K next week. They're talking. And you know, we're excited for that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're excited. I'm really confident this year. So, you know, let's see what happens.
I like we got Usman sending some notifications here saying his prediction is PT versus AK in the finals, and I think he's saying that Prime Time is taking it this year, which is cool. Yeah,
it's funny because I have Prime Time as my number 2 seed on the power rankings this past week, and you know, there's a lot of comments back and forth about like, oh, you know, this team should be there, this team is there. So it was interesting, but yeah, I think that we have in general just like, you know, 10 great teams. Anyone could take it. But, you know, AK was going to be number 1 no matter what. If, you know, they were the champs. And then, you know, Primetime, with their additions, Ricky as quarterback is really interesting because he was on the Browns last year. So it was interesting to see that kind of like the trade or whatever happened there go on. And now we have Ricky, DJ, Q on the same team.
Crazy.
And that's pretty deadly, you know, like that's a pretty deadly team.
Crazy. Yeah, they're dangerous, you know. They're definitely
dangerous. Ricky's got legs. So
Adam too.
So we, you know, Ricky's got the legs and the arm strength to go. So, you know, if you're gonna play Primetime guys, you know, my suggestion is put someone really fast on the line. Because if he gets past that first level, man, it's going to be tough to stop him.
Well, yeah, someone fast like Adam, the way he's coming in right now to jump in on this.
We got to get Adam here to talk about the.
What's going on, guys?
There he is.
I joined at the perfect time for my entrance.
That's right. Next time we just need the music. We just need the entrance music.
You would need some really good music for that.
I like it.
Something like that. I was really confused for a second. I don't know what was going on.
There you go, Adam. There's your entrance music, Adam. Adam Bhatti is in the building, everyone. Adam Bhatti, guys, is one of the commissioners of the SAFL.
Congrats, man.
New to the administration. Been in the league for 5 years, a little bit longer. So, Adam, we were just talking about the games, the recapping some of the game. We talked about Bandits, Guardian, we talked about Cobra, Savages. We skipped over Primetime Browns so we can get your take onto it. So now that you're here, why don't you run us through the game a little bit, what happened, and what you expect from your guys this year?
Yeah, so this is my first year in the league, not as a Thunder or a Tiger for that 1 year that I was a Tiger. But yeah, look, it was a good game. We played a really tough opponent in the Browns. Obviously, the thing you have to worry about with them is Shu and just how he's going to use all those different pieces. And look, Primetime just relied on each other to make the plays happen. We have a solid group of guys who know what we're looking to do. We know what our strengths are. We know what our weaknesses are, and we communicate. We communicate a lot. We talk every play. We talk at halftime, and we just executed. We trusted the guys that we had, and we made it happen. Ricky is a super talented quarterback, both with his arms and his legs. And as long as you can snag the passes that he gets to you, I would trust him to get it done. We have 2 of the best safeties in this entire league, I think, with Q and DJ in the back, commanding our defense. They really, make it happen. And then Marion showed up with 2 huge touchdown catches. So overall, great performance with a balanced attack, and we were able to get it done. And hopefully we can carry that over to the coming weeks.
Yeah, Adam, just really quickly, kind of run us through about like how you got on to PT. I know you were kind of like a free agent. How will go down?
Yeah, so the Thunder pretty much decided that after last year we were going to disband because there were some questions on who would be able to return, who wasn't going to return. And it all came down to whether or not we'd be able to put together a team that we thought made sense. And we decided that it didn't. And at the same time, I had begun playing with actually Ken on the Browns on his 8-man team. And that's where I met guys like Q and DJ and Ricky. And, we hit it off, and we decided that, or they were kind enough to invite me to some other leagues that they play in. And pretty much, after quarantine, we were playing in a bunch of leagues together. We built a camaraderie. We built a chemistry. And I just decided that why not keep that going into a new Southall season.
That's interesting.
Go ahead, Fabio, go ahead.
I think that's what makes them even more dangerous is even the new guys that are coming in, like Adam, already have chemistry with the team. So they're not coming in like they need to get to know each other. They've already spent that off season, that time to build that chemistry, and now they're coming in guns blazing, man. The PT is definitely a favorite up there to contend with AK, so because AK the champion, so right now they're number one, but I definitely see PT. What I see is a great playoff matchup between PT and Cobra Kai. That's kind of what I see coming down the line.
So I want to just talk really quickly, kind of like not football related. I kind of want to just talk organization related type stuff real quick. And because you made an interesting point, and I know we kind of talk about this a lot, like really like publicly about the friendships that develop, the camaraderie, the the things that you guys do outside of the league, whether it's going out and doing this or that. Adam, again, you're one of the newer guys to the administration. I just wanted to ask you, what has this impact of the league has on your life, if anything?
You guys certainly keep me up late at night talking about random stuff throughout the week. I mean, look, it's a great organization. I've met a lot of awesome people who I speak to frequently. And I guess for me, because I love the game so much, it's nice to be around people who feel the same way. I'm playing in multiple leagues now with multiple people in this league. And it's fun to just have a group of guys who want to stay active, who love the sport. And it's something that I can build my life around. It's something that I can include in what I picture to be a good week for me. And also I get to, see what an organization is like and how it's run. I get to be part of community and organize things and have my own say and my own voice. It's cool to see those things kind of culminate into whatever it is that they become. And obviously working with you two has been a great thing. Fabio, we met through the league and we've hit it off, and Burhan, you and I have known each other for a while now. So being able to do those type of things and see something that we care about deeply grow is obviously a really, really awesome experience. So it's just been something that has had a good impact.
Great. And I'm glad to hear that, because that's what we really strive to do, as much as we want to get stuff. But, we've talked about it so much, guys, that, it's all about the community. We want to build that. Adam, like you said, we've known each other for a long time. I told you about this league. You came in, you did me a huge favor actually at the time you came in and joined the Thunder, because they need players. So, and I know you're a good guy and you're a good football player. So, that helped them. And now, it looks like, you move forward and are on a really good team, develop some really great friendships, including myself and Fabio. And Fabio, same thing with you, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But what I want to do, I want to just also just talk about a couple players on my team that I really want to shout out, like Miguel. He's been so tough for us, D-Raj. And one of the guys that's been working really hard over the last year is my buddy Rad. And I wanted to give him a shout out, and I wanted to bring him in.
I'm actually here, bro.
There you go. Yeah.
And since now we have you here, first of all, I want you to turn your phone sideways.
My bad.
These younger guys don't know about the horizontal landscape. They only know about the vertical. The Instagram, they ruined everything. Raggy, well, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Great game yesterday. We were talking a little bit about the games and just guys that are getting more playing time this year. Give us a rundown of how you felt yesterday. You had a nice couple catches, a couple good plays on defense. We came away with a W. How you feeling about everything, man?
honestly, bro, our team is definitely better than last year. We have guys who seem like they want to be here because last year there was like some guys flipping back and forth. It was just like, like they were just like, yeah, I want to be here one week, and then next week when the balls were getting thrown at them, me being one of those people, I was like, yeah, nah. This year is definitely feel the energy being on the team. Like everyone wants to be here. I like the dude D-Raj brought in. Like even though he had like a little bit of a hammy thing, bro, he's definitely gonna be someone with the red zone, like middle of the field, chop it up type of okay. He's gonna be that guy. I wish we got yo, you can still come through, bro. We'll take you.
Adam.
I signed at least a 1-season contract, so I'd be in breach of many things if that were to occur. Also, for some reason, I just never want to be abandoned. I think that's something to do with Braun. So.
Yeah.
Terrible decision.
Yeah. Tell you what, you guys come on. I'd love to join.
I don't know how Adam ended up on primetime because you're my.
I'm a lot of people's
A lot of people.
I'm kidding. No, I want you to have a good season. I want you to get wins. You deserve it. Honestly, after all these years of winning 2 games out of like 50, whatever. If it has nothing to do with you, but I'm glad you're on a good team. I'm glad you're going to be.
We can talk about the move. I'd love to actually ask Ragov a question. So, Rag, you've been a stat keeper for the league, and now you're a star tight end / receiver for the Bandits.
I'm more like a third tight end on the team.
No, I see you doing. I see you putting in work, man. You had a nice touchdown catch, tip drill at the end of the game. So, but the question I have for you is: so last year you guys made a surprise run to the finals.
Yeah,
and you were stopped short, but it was still a really, really good building block for what seems to be a really talented team. What do you guys think will put you over the hump this year?
I think putting over the hump is like. So last year and the year before is they went on like a certain stretch of games against like they should have won like certain games, whatever. Like and we really should have won more games last year in the regular season. Also, I think like we just cut out mistakes. We'll be ready to go because like we can't be getting ready to actually play playoff games and catching those breaks like we did because in the regular season we made so many mistakes in some of our losses. Whereas like. Bro, we almost beat the Browns, and I think it came down to like the final play of the game or something. Am I right?
Oh, the Ricky play. Yeah, Ricky took it to the house last play of the game.
like if we cut it, I don't know what happened on that one, but if we just like I don't think anyone could really like beat us except for us. Just the saying, it's like you're the only person that can beat you, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to the comment on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see that, but. Mr. Lockheed, just squirrels saying see you in the playoffs. Shout out to squirrels. See you in the playoffs.
I like the confidence. I'm pretty sure he's talking to me in the Cobra Kai, I'm sure.
Of course you can ask a question. Come on, buddy. What do you got for us?
Oh my God.
Can we get squirrels on here? Squirrels, can you
I'd love to talk to him face to face, but perhaps it's past his bedtime. But anyway, I'm not going to comment. I feel like I addressed that enough. I'm happy to be on primetime. I'm looking forward to a stellar season.
All right. Well, I mean, Raggy, I appreciate you jumping on with us. I'm gonna ask you if you can maybe log off so we can maybe get squirrels in here. Let me send him.
Before I shout out to Burr, the Bandits, shout out to Adam, shout out to Fabio and TK, shout out the entire league.
Thanks, bro.
All right, yeah.
All right, Mr. Rag, I'll see you on Saturday, buddy. All right, Adam, do you want to address this question, or do you want to what do you want to do?
No, let's run through the games that we saw this week.
Right,
actually, I'd like to talk to Fabio about him and his performance against the Savages. Actually, the whole team's performance. So it looked like it was a nail biter. I'm sorry.
Adam, we did talk about it before you got in, and we wanted to talk about the primetime Browns game. So why don't we just talk about that now?
Sure. I mean, like I said, it was a tough game for us. We understood that we had to stop Shu from making his weapons as good as they could possibly be. The one thing I'll say is I continue to be amazed at the connection that Shu and Ken have. I had to defend Ken a bit this game, and I mean, I've never seen a pass go in a straight line directly to a receiver's hands and never hit the ground that consistently. That is a connection for the ages, probably the best we've seen in Saffel. And I want to give them a shout out for continuing to do what they do for so long. The Browns seem like they're in a transition period right now. I saw a lot of new faces, a lot of talented players out there, but they look like they need to build some camaraderie with one another. It's not the same roster that the Browns have had yet. Traditionally, the Browns. No, go ahead.
I was just saying they, the roster definitely trimmed down from last year, but I don't think we saw all the Browns yesterday. So
That's right.
Let's see what happens. I mean, they're a team that's kind of always there at the end of it. So whether they get 10 wins or 5 wins or 6 wins, they're still in it. I think always.
And I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Shu, and I'll tell you why. Because this is not and I know firsthand. Those of you that were here 2 years ago, it is not easy to be in a league where your players or your team as a whole is not there yet, and you're kind of working your way through it, and you got to have resilience throughout the entire year. Shu is a championship winning quarterback, and we know that. So if it's one player that's going to be able to bring a team from mediocre to great, it's going to be him. So I'm just looking forward to see what he does, moving forward the rest of the season, and seeing how the Browns can kind of build their way back up again, because they definitely have the quarterback to do it. So I'm excited to see how that's going to work.
Me too, for sure.
Completely agree with what you guys are saying. We don't even have to talk about how good Shu is. I mean, come on, we all know he's been running this league for.
Now he's got to do it, but now he's got to do it with a team that's not what he's used to having. So it's going to be a different element. So I'm curious and to see how he does with that, and I'm sure he'll do great. But it takes a special kind of guy, special kind of quarterback to lead a team when the struggles are more present than his Browns in the past. You know what I mean? So I'm just I'm just rooting for him, to do well, except against Cobra Kai, of course. Other than that. But,
all right, guys.
I think we got some highlights. If I'm not mistaken, I think we actually have some highlights that we might be able to show from this week's games.
Yeah, let's see if we can get those going.
1, 2, 3.
Look at that.
He comes across the entire field and makes that pick. This guy is one of my new guys. So I've been hyping this guy up all for the last couple of months. Adam, I was so sick of hearing it from me, but now we finally got to see him. And Hasib, young guy, 21 years old from Stony Brook. He goes to Stony Brook. Him playing Ultimate Frisbee. And that day that I met him, I had my football out with me. And he was like, "Oh, you play football? Let's throw around." So I was throwing around with him. And he started running routes. And, dude, I was just like, his route running ability is unbelievable. Like, he's fast. He knows, got IQ. He played in high school. He was like an all-county defenseman, all-county free safety. So, that was enough for me, obviously, to be like, hey, and, my little recruiting pool out of the Frisbee League.
Smart.
They're not invited to because, those are, that's where I recruit from.
No wonder you don't invite me in that chat. Now I understand.
But, yeah, he had a monster day, played great defense. Obviously, you saw that play. There was a couple other plays from our game that maybe we want to show. The Miguel catch, the D-Raj catches. Those were some nice plays that we had. So maybe we can get those going too, if our producer can get that going for us. Anyway, the other two games, guys, the Gators and Wolfpack, AK and Panthers, those were blowout games against two new teams. I got Anthony commenting over here that I love that play, that laugh. Yep, that was me.
A laugh, huh?
That was my favorite play of the day.
It sounded like it was. That's
yeah. Oh, yeah, ended the game, but yeah, those two games were blowouts. So we're gonna try to help those guys as much as possible. Help a little more or whatever. So trying to get a couple more videos before we end the night.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I just got to go on mute for a second, guys. So Fabio, just discuss that play for me real quick.
Yeah, no. So I mean, that was a tough play. That was a good play. I mean, these guys sacrificed their bodies. I think that was D-Roz trying to make that catch. That was an awesome catch. It's a bit of a debatable call, but from the angle that the ref was at, I understand why he may have made that call. But it just shows you, man, the intensity of this league and how much these guys want to win. They're willing to sacrifice their bodies out there. Adam?
Yeah, and particularly about D-Raj, I mean, I'm amazed, and I continue to be, and I probably shouldn't be at this point, but the way he's flying up and down that field,
it's incredible.
And I mean, he's for a flag football league like ours, he's a high collision individual, and he just bounces up like it's nothing. I mean, he flew. And listen, not for nothing, the defender there, D-Raj is not an easy guy to stay on top of the way that he was. So shout out to both of those guys for playing phenomenally. It was a great play, a tough physical one, but you know what? That's what football's about. You're going to have that every now and then, and sometimes those are the plays that make the difference. So,
right. And I think we got one more highlight, one more highlight for the week. Let's take a look at that.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It was
wow.
You guys see the play. I mean, it's a beautiful play. There's a penalty at the end of the play that there's no flag was thrown, but that was actually discussed with the referee's call earlier today. What we do, guys, is that get as many plays together that we feel that whether there should have been a penalty or there shouldn't have been a penalty, and we discuss it with the referee so they can, hopefully next week do a little bit better. So these are the things that we're going to be doing every week, guys. Fabio and Adam are going to be here. If you guys need them or myself, you have our contact information. It's been a successful week. We want to continue that. And anything else, guys, that you guys want to discuss today or want to mention or shout outs or anything like that? I want to shout out my quarterback, Jason, for, being there for the last few years, building with us, and just, being there, working with the guys. And I don't know if anyone else noticed, Jason has gotten a lot cooler headed. And I think that obviously has to come with winning and everything. But I always tell Jason, hey, there's only one bad guy on this team, and that's me. And so he's been doing good. So I'm shouting out Jason. Anyone you guys want to shout out from your teams or anyone else from the league?
You go ahead, Fabio. I'll go last.
Well, definitely a shout out to our new guys, Vin and Kyle, and they're making an impact already. You know what? I got to tell you this, and it's very important to me. You'll ask Anthony, which will make you think about why we're friends. But Anthony's a good guy, and I'm into that. I like playing with athletes, and I think that's great to have a team that have good athletic guys. But you got to be a good person, and I'm happy that we have these new guys on our team that, that are good guys and they're good athletes. So I'm excited about that. So shout out to them. Shout out to Yash that found his arm in the second half of the game. So I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to next week and the rest of the season. So yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Prime Time. Those are my brothers. Glad we got the win. Let's keep that rolling. And also, I want to shout out to Burhan. You're not a Prime Time. I know you want to be.
I was saying, what about me? I'm your brother too.
not in between the sidelines. But anyway, all right. Shout out to Fabio and Burhan, my bosses. They give me a lot of guidance on what I can do and what I can't do. So, but just know who to blame when things don't go your way, guys. It's the guys above me from what I'm saying.
I will say that first of all, there is no bosses here. Everyone, us three, we're a team, right? Like we work together. There's not one person. Like I'm not gonna lie, dude. Over this last few weeks that we've been doing it, I've learned so much from you. And I was so impressed. I know a lot of people weren't on the call Friday night, but Adam really he led that discussion about like the new rules and how we're doing things, and I was super impressed, dude. So shout out to you. You're the man. I look forward to working with you for the rest of the year and Fabio. And other than that, guys, we're going to be doing
Wait. I want to make one more shout out.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, my bad. I cut you off.
No worries. I want to shout out to the new teams, Wolfpack and Panthers. Bye, Fabio. Real quick. So for them, look, I know the week one was not a smooth one for those teams, but I've been there. I've been there for a long time. You got to stick with it, and you got to keep your heads up, and you got to learn from your mistakes. Figure out what works, figure out what doesn't, and move on. So just keep grinding.
All right. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate being here. We'll be here together every week, recapping the games and just talking about what else is going on. Other than that, guys, again, doing this every week. If you want to join us, just hit the link and just join us whenever you want. And, we'll have live discussions, positive, negative, feelings. If you weren't happy about something, if you
talk about your feelings,
yeah, so talk about your feelings, man. That's what we're here for. We're therapists almost. But guys, it's been fun. The first one of these about 40 minutes long. That's pretty long. So we'll see everyone next week. Adam, talk to you next week. Bye.
See you guys later.